former presidential advisor Hakeem Baba Ahmed has asked President Bola Tinubu to address the nation regarding the recent military invasion threat by the United States President Donald Trump against Nigeria. In a statement posted on his Facebook page on Thursday, Baba Ahmed said it was troubling that the president had yet to personally address Nigerians regarding the development. Baba Ahmed warned that the president's silence sent a troubling message about Nigeria's leadership. He wrote, quote, if President Tinubu truly has capable advisors and understands the weight of the office, he should have spoken to Nigerians by now. This is not the time for ministers or aides to issue statements. The president himself should reassure the country, clarify our position, and outline the steps his administration intends to take. Our silence makes us appear weak and without direction. Barrister, anyway, that's not all. Okay, let me finish the quote. At this crucial moment, Tinubu should not even think of going to America to meet Trump. It will only worsen Nigeria's image, like receiving a slap and smiling in return, he remarked. Now, yes, this last one he said, of course, I don't expect. When I heard that Tinubu was flying to Nigeria to meet with the vice president, I said, my God, this is the worst image. If he does that, this will be the worst image to put up. But it's, again, does our leader, especially our president, does he have good image? That's the question. Now, but that Baba Ahmed is saying, Hakeem Baba Ahmed is asking Tinubu to, what does he expect Tinubu to say? His aides have spoken and they are the ones speaking. I don't know, what does he expect Tinubu to say? Tinubu, confronting Trump, you are a weak link in this relationship. What do you want to do? Your government official has given official statement, released official statement, rejecting the narrative from United States. So I don't know, what do you think this man expects Tinubu to say? Is Tinubu supposed to say anything?
I agree with him that the president is supposed to address the nation, because right now that is the topical issue in the whole length and breadth of Nigeria. Everybody is commenting and saying his peace of mind from the north to the south.
Yes.
The president ought to weigh in a way that will give Nigerians assurance. What I expect him to come out to say is that, look, the government will now go after the terrorists, go after the financiers of the terrorists, the sponsors, in a decisive manner to assure, because that has always been the issue. Let him come out and say, yes, they are going to ally with the US and take out the terrorists and go after the financiers and sponsors. That is what I expect him to assure Nigerians. Whether he will do it is another thing.
No, whether he will do it, that is already late. That doesn't true. It is late. Secondly, and I understand why he won't do that.
Secondly, his first reaction was to seek for a meeting with Trump. You know, he scheduled a meeting to go to. They have cancelled that meeting.
Yeah, because Trump wasn't going to meet him now.
Cancellation is from the US end. It's not from Tinubu. It's from, I think, Donald Trump has refused to give him that audience.
Yes,
because you cannot come. He will want to see what he is ready to do first.
Now,
giving.
Honestly, I don't expect Tinubu to. No, anybody who is expecting Tinubu to respond to such.
No, look, you don't get us wrong. What he is saying and what I agree with him is what a good leader would do. A good leader would address the nation.
Good. That is it.
That's what
now
I'm saying. I expect a good leader.
Okay, that's where I'm coming from. Because that's what I want to say.
It is another thing.
So now my problem is I don't expect a Tinubu, not a Nigerian president, a Tinubu to react to such thing. You know why? Expecting him to react to such thing means that means you view him as someone that is doing the right thing, someone that is actually sincere about doing what he's supposed to do, someone that wants to actually stop the insecurity, someone that does not know that or ignorant of what is going on behind the scene, someone that is clean. That means you'll be expecting too much from Tinubu. Tinubu does not deserve such expectation. Tinubu does not meet up to such expectation. Tinubu is not that credible enough. Tinubu is not that good enough to expect me to respond, expect me to expect him to respond to whatever and begin to rage fire and brimstone and promise the US or promise the global community that he is going to take how fast or how he will take care of the insecurity situation. No. Expecting that from Tinubu means I'm dignifying him. He does not deserve such dignity. That's my point. That's my point. That's where I'm coming from. So I can only expect this to happen, to take place when we are dealing with a credible president, a president who was actually who is truly and genuinely elected, not someone who was not elected, whose the entire history is shrouded in all manner of uncertainties and crime or whatever. A president who is just arbitrarily incarcerating people for criticizing him. A president who is just all out to pull everybody, all the opposition, into his intimidate, harass, and blackmail, and induce them all to come to his camp, thereby making the country a one-party state. A president who has succeeded. It's not even in the process. He has succeeded in actually destabilizing, decapitating, and completely paralyzing the opposition group. There's no opposition. There is practically no opposition now in Nigeria. The ones we hear that Obi, you ask yourself, when did you hear Obi still talk here and there? But do you still feel that Obi energy in the public domain? So
if I were him, I would not even talk of contesting the election.
Again, Obi's political energy has been down. He's been eroded completely. So is that kind of that kind of president that have turned Nigeria into what it is today? That I will expect him to respond to that? Of course he will not, because he is a coward. He's a coward, and he knows that whatever response is given to the US or the global community, they all know him. They have his record. They will know him and see him as being hypocritical about it, and that is just it anyway.